Hi everyone! Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a short Christmas card inspiration series just in case you're in need of some ideas for Christmas cards. And in today's video, I'm going to be making two different style easel cards. So let's head on over and get started. So let me start off by showing you the products that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using this beautiful Winter Wonderland paper pack that I got from Queen-A-Craft. It has a lot of beautiful papers in it, but I especially love the ones with the winter scenes. And also from Queen-A-Craft is this set of lace border dies, including one that you can lace your ribbon through. And I will be using this beautiful pearlized pastel cardstock from Create for Less and this gorgeous glitter paper from Close to My Heart. Oh, and I absolutely love this Snowflake Burst die set from iCrafter. I seriously couldn't wait to use it again because it makes these gorgeous snowflakes. And I'll be using these stitched oval dies. Okay, so let's get started. This first card is going to be a 5.5-inch square easel card using Close to My Heart white glitter paper for the bottom layer. And yes, I did cut the center out since no one was going to see it anyway. And then I decided to stamp Merry Christmas on it. Okay, now it's time for the next step. Okay, before I put the finishing touches on the top of my card, I'm going to be attaching it to the easel. Now, for those of you that are new to making easel cards, I will put a link to a tutorial below in the description box. But I will show you really quickly right now how easy it is. So no matter what size card you have, so I'm not giving dimensions here, no matter what size card you have, you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to take that and fold that side in half. And it is that simple because there is this little tent that is the easel that is going to hold the front of your card. So that's how easy that is. So right now, all I'm going to do is put my adhesive right here on this part of the card. Not up here on this part, just right here on that section. And I am going to adhere that on there, and to actually make sure it's straight once I have the glue on there, I am going to fold the card flat to make sure that all of the edges match up. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to adhere that little stopper. Okay, that's on there, and the next step is to put a little stopper that's going to hold that open. And I cut this out using this die from this set, where there's a link below in the description box, of course. And I use double-sided tape, and I put 2 layers of double-sided tape on there because this is kind of thin. And so the next thing is to decide where you want this to sit. And I kind of like it right there, which is just below the halfway mark. And so I'm just going to remove that protective layer, and I am just going to line things up right across here. And I'm going to kind of stand that up to make sure that I have it where I want it before I press it down all the way. And there we go. Now we have the little stopper. So it's flat like this. The recipient opens it and stands it up just like that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now I'm just going to add my finishing touches to this, and I will be back. And actually, yeah, I'll be back. And here is the finished card, and I think it came out absolutely beautiful. I love those snowflakes, and I love that winter scene on that paper. Okay, let's get on to the next card, which is going to be an oval easel card. And basically, it is the same process layering it together as we did for the first card. But on this one, I'm showing you how I layered the bottom together as well, which is something that I forgot to show you with the first card. And now it's time to move on to the next step. Okay, and before I put the finishing touches on the top of the card, I am going to adhere it to the easel. And before I do that, I'm going to show you how I make a shaped easel card. So this one is an oval. I've done them with round, I've done them with hearts, and I'm going to show you how I do that. Unlike a regular card that's one piece that you fold in half, a shaped easel card is actually two pieces connected together. And so what you need is a bottom piece and a top piece that are not only identical, but they're also identical to the size and shape of your card topper. So I have cut out two pieces, a top and a bottom, that are identical, and I'm going to put the bottom to one side, and I am going to bring this over here to score. And actually I already have, because no matter what size your card is going to be and no matter what shape, you want to come in a ½ inch and score that. Okay, and that is going to be the part that attaches right here on the end. Okay, so since this was 4½ inches, that means that there is 4 inches between that ½ inch score line and the other end of the card, and you want to score it halfway between there. So 4 inches, half of that is 2 inches. Don't make the mistake of coming into 2 inches because you have this ½ inch here. So for me, it's easier to come in this way and go 4½. So minus 2 inches is 2½. And that is going to give you your halfway point. And I know that sounds a little confusing, but it's not. And so now we can just fold on these score lines, just like that, and it will look like this. And then what you're going to do is you are going to put adhesive on here, and you are going to glue that onto there. And that will create your easel, which is exactly what I've done right here. And now I'm going to put my adhesive just on this front section here so you can see it. I'll go sideways. You just want to put it right on this piece, and then that's where we're going to be attaching the top of the card. So it's really easy. Easel cards are the easiest things ever, and even when they're shaped, because it's still the same thing, it's just that you're having to create, you know, a separate top instead of just folding it in half. Okay, so that's on there, and as you can see, I laid it down and made sure that all the edges matched up because you don't want it wonky. It just will not look right. All right, so the next thing we need to do is add the little stopper. And again, I cut a piece using the same die set that I used for the other one. And yep, there's 3 dies in there, but they're on top of each other. But I used that one to cut this out. And well, obviously, it's not going to look right just laying across there like that. So how am I going to get it to look right? Let me show you really quick. I'm going to take the same die that I used to cut out this card. And what I'm going to do is I am going to position it, not here on my mat, but in my die cutter, about where I want it to go. And then I'm going to die cut it, and it is going to cut with the same stitched curves that are going to fit right there, that are going to match up with everything else. Just like that. And I'm just going to run that through, and I'm going to have the perfect piece for the stopper of that card. Just like that. Okay, so here's that piece, and I've got 2 layers of double-sided tape on it. And because I have to line it up exactly with the edges of this, I'm going to put a little bit of my Beacon 3-in-1 on it so that I have some wiggle room to kind of wiggle it into place. So get that on there. And here comes the fun part. I'm going to open this up, and okay, open this up, and I'm going to find where it matches up exactly with the sides. Just like that. There we go. Yay! I got it the first try. Didn't even have to worry about wiggle room. It's on there perfect. And look at that. It holds it up beautifully. And now I'll just go add the finishing touches to this. And here's the finished card, and I really love the way that this one turned out too. Those snowflakes can make any card look beautiful, don't you think? And I think the beautiful papers in that paper pack had a lot to do with it too. Well, I hope that gave you some ideas. And if you don't want to miss out on more Christmas card inspiration, be sure to click that little bell right next to the subscribe button so that you won't miss any of it. And also, down below in the description box, you're going to find links to all of the products that I used today, just in case you're interested. And you will also find a link to Crafter's Castle Challenge where you can enter your creations. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafter's Castle on Facebook and also Crafter's Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.